What's good, superstars? Back with another Vivi video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Got that pretty good. You?
Oh, I went right into that one. Right into that. Oh, yeah, the late punches this time. I got the late punches, guys. If you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post, whenever we have special guests on. We have another collab lined up that we set up today. That's for the following week. It's going to be a good one. So make sure you have that bell notification so you know who's coming on. And hopefully we all learn something. I think we're going to learn a lot in that next collab. But you can also become a superstar VIP. $2.99 a month. Hit the join button down below. Star next to your name. Star in the universe end of the month. Advertisements. Spreadsheets. First dibs on merch. It's crazy. People are starting to get the merch out. I mean, there's a lot of you guys that I didn't get I didn't reach out to yet. We just wanted to make sure that these first batch went through. Now the first batch is through. We'll start working on the second batch. I'd like to do 5 to 10 at a time, just to make it easy, make sure we can track them all. We're small business here. We're small business. Thank you guys, all the VIP who continue to support us. Shout out Superman. You should be on this list. You just joined, and I hope that we can bring you some extra juju for your membership. But Superstar Money on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and Superstar Money Rob, Superstar Money Joe on Vivi if you want to find us. I have the punching skeletons. He has number 54 lightsaber, and that is how you will find us and become our friends on Vivi. We also have the best Discord of all time in the description. All time best Discord. If you want to leave AMA questions, we have a channel there. We also have a post on Twitter. You can go check that out. We got an AMA coming up on the 13th with Reese and Puddin Cheeks, talking about the OUP and talking about a bunch of other fun things. Yeah, it's crazy. And if you want to send us something, get in the Superstar Hall of Fame PO box in the description.
Yep, sounds good. It's going to be a really good collaboration we got coming. I think it's going to get some conversation going. We got some questions after today's stream. Me and Joe are going to talk about a little bit more, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
Yeah. The other thing is that collab after the AMA, there's some giveaways. There's some physicals and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. So if you guys want to be tuned in for that one, I mean, very, very active person in this community. I'm very happy to be collabing with. Also, we got the Vivi Twitter here. Let's pull that up quickly. There was airdrops, unannounced airdrops, which we didn't really expect to get. But, I mean, anything is really
good.
Anything goes, I guess, with the artists and with the decon stuff. A little bit easier to deal with their teams than, I guess, the bigger IP where you got to go through a lot of red tape. So people holding the Lincoln Design Co. Season 3 set and the Scott Tolleson Decon Anaheim mascot set got airdrops today. That
Scott Tolleson, I think it was Superstar Audi that got the number 40 3 or something like that. Crazy. On the airdrop.
Juju.
So there you go. It's strong.
It was funny, actually. You don't know what the juju is. I've been getting this juju the last couple times that they've done this, and it's not by I had no clue. I bought the Anaheim the Nintendo one this morning before they made this announcement. So I bought it and it went up a little bit. I'm still holding on to it. I bought it because I went to the event. I wanted to have one just to remind me that I went. Yeah. But right after I bought it, an hour later, they announced this. So it's almost like when I bought the Doc Ock that time. And then they announced the burn, and then the Doc Ocks all jumped. So
I noticed personally nothing crazy, but I finished watching the AMA today. Yeah, from Vivi, the community update, and then I found $100 on my lawn. So
it happens all the time. I mean,
legit though, I'm not even lying. I actually found $100 on the lawn.
Are you even worried about it though? You expect it at this point, don't you?
At this point, it just falls in my lap. It just falls right there on the lawn.
Guys, go check your lawn before you go to bed. You never know what's going to be there. Especially if you're a VIP, make sure you check it.
You never know what's going to happen.
Follow back Friday. We're feeling extra cheerful this Friday and randomly following 50 people who show us their most prized possession in their showroom. Use hashtag collector@heart and you may just get that follow back. I responded here. We didn't get follow back, but that's okay because, I mean, that's how Vivi is. I mean, they're going to follow back 50 people. It was random, they say, but I saw a lot of our friends getting follows back. I seen Kryptoni, I seen Hinanu. So shout out to you guys. Congratulations. And I loved actually seeing the post. 650 people entered. Only 50 people got followed back. That's pretty cool. That some of those people we know.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice. Alex is back there. Alex is behind running the Vivi account, just liking who he likes, basically.
Nah. Alex would follow us back if that was the case. Community update for November, December went today. You spoke to it a little bit. They talked about merge accounts, MCP Phase 1, crypto pay in and a payout, waitlist, and burns. So merge accounts is still expected. Actually, they said a couple of days.
They said days, yeah, and they said you could do 5 max.
Yeah,
but you could do more if you could work through support.
Yeah, something. Oh, and I think though, even though if you want to merge any accounts, they're doing a review, so they noticed that people were a little bit worried about bot farms and all that stuff merging accounts, and they said no, we're going to be reviewing who merges. Yeah. So in general, they're going to be reviewing. So it should be able to avoid bot farms if it's obvious type of stuff. Yeah. MCP.
Before you move on, I thought it was a good idea them limiting the number of accounts. Of course, you can get through that if you talk to them, but I like that idea because then if there's people with we've heard of bot farms that have hundreds of accounts.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna have to buy KYCs and then kind of combine them all together. It's still a little bit harder. Every time you make it harder for somebody, you filter out a few people who are gonna do it. So I still think we're gonna see some people flooring some stuff. We talked about how maybe the Grails might benefit, right? Yep. We'll see what happens.
Shout out to Jimbo Lingo for getting a lot of airtime on that on David Yu's desk in the background. He's got the Vivi logo, so that's really cool.
Yeah,
Jimbo Lingo, well deserved. I mean, made everybody's. A lot of content creators are really, really excited. Even the team looked like they loved that logo. So thank you again for ours. MCP phase 1, end of the month. Sounds like it's going to just be a leaderboard points, show you how. I think it's like to get you used to the system and see how it works. Maybe you're going to see a little bit of a different interface. Yeah. So that's supposed to be end of the year. Crypto pay and pay out. He said that there's beta testing going on right now. So a lot of people trying it out, I guess. And then when it works, they're going to release it. # soon.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Crypto pay and pay out.
Waitlist sounds like it's on the back burner. A lot of people were waiting on the waitlist, on the Vivi logos, and sounds like not priority from how this sounded. They were looking forward to the MCP and merge accounts and the crypto stuff.
Well, the waitlist kind of works together with the OUP though, right? Because they do that with the waitlist, and they're going to have the bronze tickets. They're going to have other things that go with it. So that makes sense to be why it's on the back burner because the OUP is not there yet. So when the OUP is ready, so is that. So we're going to have to probably wait into 2023 a lot. I don't know. They said, I can't remember the roadmap, but they said within 8 months, 9 months, maybe we start seeing these things.
Yeah, sounded like David Yu for the roadmap that you're talking about. He said 2023 is going to be like a mass marketing type of deal. Yeah. I don't know. That's why
a lot of licenses. He did say that.
A lot of licenses. Yeah. New stuff in January. He said a lot of new licensors on January. So I'm curious to see a lot of nostalgic things he said. And he kind of related it back to Battlestar Galactica. So might be some things you've never heard of, might be some things that you don't care for, but diversifying the IP on Vivi, which is kind of cool.
You can't go wrong having more IP.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with that. That's for sure.
So we talked about waitlist, the burns. They mentioned how they kind of changed. They updated the app. We were seeing it on Twitter a little bit where they had the burn section. They talked about how they burnt off those Marvel items and how potentially there could be more to come. It's all IP driven. They mentioned and that comics still will have no advance notice, and that's because Marvel wanted it that way. Right. That's all I got from that. I don't know if I missed anything on burns.
That's pretty much it. And then hopefully, though, we start seeing soon. I mean, this is step 1. I call this like burn phase 1. Maybe soon we'll start seeing crafting. Like we did a video on that.
That would be so sick.
Right. So I think step 1 is they got to get in order that, you need the burn count. You got to be able to track what's been burned, how much hasn't been burned. And then maybe they can start rolling out more advanced things.
Yeah, I think crafting will be awesome. Dan or Dave or whoever, if you ever watch this video, please make it. If you own this and you own this, you get this. Something like that. We know that you guys are talking about like owning 100 of something, burn it for a prototype. The crafting thing, I think, is just so fun. And it's just like, it'll incentivize people to go and collect and grab things. It would be almost like when they do the airdrops right now, like you got to complete the set, but instead it could be things from different sets, from previous sets that have existed, just to get those incentives going. So I think that would be cool.
It might be hard though, because like, are you really rewarding collectors though if they have to burn their stuff to get something?
No, I know, but I mean, like if it's things that maybe it's things that are in the store that haven't sold out, maybe there's certain things like you can go pick up. But yeah, you're right. It's not gonna reward collectors all the time. I mean, even they kind of hinted at it that there hasn't been anything to really reward collectors.
We just said that yesterday too. Yeah,
we just said that yesterday. That Alex mentioned it actually. You said that everything so far has been like you buy this and then it's kind of rewarding the flipper there, right? So But now it looks like this other one was this one today. If you had that set, you got the airdrop. I love that. I love the surprise airdrop.
They gotta do more of that. They gotta do more of that for sure. They gotta do more of that.
Even if it's not major IP, like just start doing that more often. Just bring the fun back, and maybe that'll bring some excitement to the non-big IP items as well, like the artist stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the VV stuff. We have our own stuff going on. I posted, shameless plug, my thing for the VV biggest giveaway. At the end, they give you a link. Like if anybody follows based off of this, you get extra entries. So I posted it. If you want to enter, if we win stuff, we'll probably give it back to the community anyways. But that link there will give us some extra entries into VV's gifting thing. And that's that. Shout out. We're starting to see the hats come through. We talked about it. Hinanu. Hopefully your daughter is not watching this because this is her Christmas gift. So maybe we should give him a shot. Maybe we should give him advance notice on Twitter that he shouldn't let her watch this video.
If she's watching, don't let her see this part.
Yeah, don't let her see this part. Skip ahead at this part. I'm sure someone will have it linked in the description where the actual video starts, and you'll be good that way.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, another charity item. This one's a cool one. We got Winnie the Pooh Disney Golden Moment. Started at $2. I think I seen it over 40. So people are starting to donate to that, and 100% is going to UNICEF. So shout out to NFT Philanthropy, Bob Sales, who's the secretary over there. You guys are doing great things, and we hope you continue to do it. Just that you're making people's days. You're showing us what VVing it forward is all about, right?
Yeah, VV it forward. That's a great thing.
We talked about the AMA. Shout out Vibes Man. Why don't you talk about this one, Rob?
Vibes Man. I met him at Decon. Really great guy, and actually, he had me mic'd up actually to say a few things, but the sound didn't come out too good. So Joe and I, at the end of the video, we did a little spotlight send off for everyone. So it was really, really cool. I mean, he did fantastic footage, guys. I really recommend everybody try to watch this, especially if you went to Decon. It's a really great way to go and reflect on everything that happened. He did an amazing job building a story with it. You see all sorts of different influencers that give their input on Decon and the weekend. And it's just a lot of fun. So take a look. Don't forget to watch the end though. Go watch the whole thing right to the very end, where you'll see, your boys here give a little bit of love to Vibes Man. But great job.
No, it was nice. It's awesome to see, and I wasn't there on Sunday, so I saw a lot of things I didn't see in the video. He did a great job, great videography. Also, just make sure you go follow him on YouTube too. Subscribe on Twitter, follow him. Great guy, and really, really awesome to meet in person. Shout out Vibes Man. He's got his picture with David Yu and everything. That's his profile pic. Yeah. And we have a community update. We mentioned it on the 13th. This is one of the places where you can go leave us a question for that AMA, or the other places in our Discord under AMA questions. We're going to probably keep it mostly OUP focused at the beginning, and then wherever it relates to VV, we're definitely going to get into those types of questions. But we've got the OMI team here. We've got Puddin' Cheeks and we've got Reese, so we definitely got to pick their brains on the stuff that they're specialized in too, right?
Yeah, we gotta talk to them about the OUP. We gotta ask them questions related to that. But it's okay. You could still suggest questions because like it's all linked, right? Like it's kind of in my opinion, with the questions I already have in mind, it's impossible for us not to touch on BV because they're so intertwined.
Yeah.
So I already have all sorts of questions and how their plans in the VV verse and the way the OMI ecosystem is going to work. So we got to talk about VV in order to understand it. We got to talk about the VV verse in order to understand that. I don't know how much they can tell us, but I feel like at this point, now that the VV verse is announced, they might be way more open to giving us a better description of how OMI might be burned in that environment, all the different ways, as well as how they are modeling the potential of the burn within that VV-verse. So I have questions. I'll be honest. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about a little bit of VV at the same time, but I think we could do a really good job having them here. We can learn about the OUP in more detail, and we can learn a lot more about the potential and future of OMI as well.
Yeah, it's always good to know what they're thinking in their heads, and I'm sure that they've seen things that people haven't seen yet. So it'll be good to try and decipher what they're saying. So speaking of VV and getting back to it, why don't we talk a little bit about listings in the market? There's been sentiment, a lot of sentiment in the community. If you watch other creators, if you just look for yourself, you will look and see items that have very small listing on Twitter. People always point them out. Oh, there's only 14 of this. There's only 25 of this. What does that mean? Does it mean that when people buy a couple of them, that price is going to run and then might turn around the market? How do we see low listings on Vivi affecting marketplace action and your collectibles? And do we think, what do we think will happen? Do we think it's a sign of bull run because now there's going to be less and less available, so everything will be more expensive? What do you think, Rob?
We talked about this over the last 8 months in detail, that at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to fuel the market is money, not number of listings. People believed almost like the supply and demand, the capitulation, I guess they call it, where your supply really dries up and then you have a rush of demand coming in and then it sweeps the floor, and then the people trying to relist are chasing themselves. But unfortunately, in this kind of environment where we can actually see the money coming into the app, that's not how things are going to go. So if you're buying strictly because you see something that has low listings, that does not mean it has low listings. It just means that, number one, there's not a lot of activity on the app. That's very important. We don't have the same level of activity that we once did. VV Fox, you can go check out our website after, but you don't have the level of daily activity that you used to have. So you're obviously going to have less listings. Also, you have listings being delisted after 30 days. So people just forget about that. They get delisted. They want to sell it. They forget about it. And maybe in the next bull run, they're going to relist it right away when it starts running. So just because, here's an example, there's only 35 of the 12,000, let's just say, I don't know if any got burned here, right? But there's only 35 listed here. It's worth 15 gems right now. It's the uncommon Captain America. Just because there's only 35, it's not like miraculously, half of those get bought and the price is going to go up. It's all demand. And right now there's no money, there's no demand. So you can't buy just because supply has shriveled up. You have to buy into actual strength of money and hype coming back into the app. What do you think, Joe?
I think that's a great explanation. I think Pudding Cheeks also has a great spreadsheet to kind of get an idea of the money coming into the app and what's being purchased. I think the other thing you got to keep in mind is that these are the signs that whales will look at and take advantage of. They will go and buy a bunch of these things when they see this type of price action. They're going to say, okay, there's only a few here. Let me go buy these up, raise that floor, get people excited, let them buy into it, and then I'll start listing them, and they'll buy my stuff on the way down because they saw this opportunity in the market. So we did a video on it. We said, don't get caught in a Vivi pump and dump. We saw it. I think it was June or July. A lot of excitement was going on because the market was reversing on certain collectibles. But at the same time, Rob and I were using this sheet right here that he's showing, where Pudding Cheeks tracks the money coming in, and it did not look like money was coming in at a faster pace at all. So for us, that was a sign that this is probably manipulation. Someone noticed something in the marketplace, swept the floor, and everybody got a little bit antsy. Oh, I got to buy before it goes up more and more. It's going to turn. And sure enough, everything came back down. And you got to look at it like this, because things are sitting at certain prices and nobody's buying them. So when things out of the ordinary happen, you have to ask yourself, is this actually where the price should be? People weren't buying it at this number last week, and now all of a sudden it's double the price or whatever. Is that the true price? Then you got to go do your research, go to Vivi Fox's website, look at activity, check out Pudding Cheeks' spreadsheet, look at how much money's coming in. If you see that it's status quo, Pudding Cheeks' spreadsheet is usually a little bit behind, but we do have a video teaching you how to get live data on this as well, right? If you're able to go and look into the data, you'll have a edge for sure and understand if it's a true pump or if it's a pump and dump.
Yeah, it's not that hard, right? When you look at the numbers coming in over the last month of November, you're at around 100,000, 144,000, 241,000. That was a good drop day. 120, 160, 100. So this is what we're getting right now. When you compare that to the past, look at the average numbers. They've just come way down in terms of that daily activity. Way down. We were batting over 200K. 150 used to be on the low end of the average. So as you go through the months, you just see. I used to make charts all the time for this. I think he has a chart that kind of shows it.
You're only in July there. July there.
Yeah. What's this here? The 1 year daily USD chart. Well, that's not what we need.
Just keep going down. You're gonna see the number just skyrocket.
Oh, back in January, forget it. It's like another level.
We're at a million a day.
Yeah, it was insane.
Look at that, 2 million a day.
The question is, though, how much of this was gem scams, right? We don't know how much of this money was actually part of that glitch in the system that people were abusing to get all sorts of gems. So right now, if you see the low supply, what we're saying is it probably doesn't, don't make too much out of it. It's not this big deal. Oh, there's only 10 listed. There's only 5 listed. When the price starts running up, all of a sudden they'll flood back in. But until then, I mean, people will sell when they need to sell. If you really want something, buy what you like. We're in a bear market. It could last another year for all we know. No one knows when it's going to end. Just remember, if you're going to FOMO into something, maybe take a step back. Think about what you're doing. Do you really want to do it? And then back off from there. So let us know.
Put all the pieces together. Do the research. Do the numbers. You have all this access to all these tools from all these awesome people. It's very, very simple. Just don't you got to always double think your gut. I mean, especially now, this time, right?
Yep. So let us know your thoughts below. Do you believe that low supply in the market is something that is a bullish trend, and therefore you are buying when you see something, let's say everything that has less than 10 listed, you're buying? Let us know your thoughts below if that's your strategy. Or do you agree that maybe you're not thinking much of it and you're just buying what you like, or you're buying based on other indicator? Let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button. Join the superstar fam. And hit the bell notification button to get every single video every single day. We got coming 365. Here we come. We're almost there. Also, guys, Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Get the star beside your name. Get our spreadsheets. Drop spreadsheet, market cap analysis spreadsheet, market floor spreadsheet. Maybe you want to sweep those 35. I don't know. Maybe you want to sweep them. I don't know. How's your spreadsheet work on that one, Joe? Now at that point, that's gonna be like, whoa, what do I do now? After zero left. Exactly. Speaking of low supply, also first dibs on merch, giveaways, get a star in the universe named after you from starnaming.com. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you. We love you. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.